So I'm going to do a timed solve now. Uh, so I'll get this scramble done, just so you can see what I do at full speed. And then I'll try and walk through a solve that I'm doing a bit faster. So if I hide the thing again, this is the scramble that we were given. That's the way around it. It'll show you. So if you look at that, that's exactly the same, which is how you know you've done the scramble right. So usually in competitions you have 15 seconds of time to inspect the cube and work out your first moves. I generally don't do that because I'm fucking terrible under that sort of time pressure. Um, so to start this timer, I'm going to move my drink. You hold a hand down on the spacebar. You can see the circles just up there got a slight bit smaller. So when I release my hand off the spacebar, that will start the timer. I'm going to try not to look at the timer while I'm doing this because that just distracts me and makes me feel worse. So I know exactly what I'm doing when I start this. Oh, that's not what I wanted to do. Uh, so let's see. I hope you guys can sort of see this all right. Fucking hell, there's nothing good on top. Let's just pull that piece out because I need it. Jesus, this is a slow solve. We're starting to get somewhere though. So that piece goes in like that. Uh, and then I slam the controller again to say that I'm done. So we did complete the cube. It took 50.73 seconds to solve. I screwed up royally on the first two layers. I stuttered for about 5 seconds at least. The current personal best for having picked it up again is actually 30 seconds for me. So yeah, we'll do another time solve. It's already generated another scramble for us right up at the top. So we'll put that on. Um, so yeah, we've got the same scramble there. Uh, so let's have a look. This isn't a bad cross actually. This is quite an easy cross to do. I'm just going to do another timed one. I really don't have the brain capacity to talk properly while I'm doing it. Um, but yeah, here we go. So when we let go, it will start. That's the cross done. That's the first two layers done. That's permuting the last layer done. This is an algorithm I love. And I forgot to tab out on that one, so it didn't time it. That's why I'm a professional streamer, you guys. Let's just generate another scramble. That was actually a fairly good time. That would have been probably low 40 seconds, maybe. So let's try again. U2, L2, U prime, L, B2, R prime, U prime, L prime, D prime, L, D, F, D, U2. I like looking out for our little robotic friend R2D2 in here. That's always a lot of fun. Oh, this cross is much more of a bastard as well. Okay, I think I've got what I'm doing. And we've actually got a piece already done for us here, which is really nice. Um, Here we go. That's an E-perm, but I can't remember how to do those, so I've got to do 2 A-perms, and then it'll be a U-perm to finish. No, it won't. It'll just be a U2. So 49.68 for that one. That was a slow one because I got a slow case on the last layer. So yeah, it'll be interesting to see how this goes because I want to see if I can get at least one sub 40 solve done today. Oh. Okay, so we've got the next scramble, which looks like this. This cross shouldn't be too bad because we've got 3 pieces that are very easy to put in. So hold the spacebar down. That goes like that. That goes like that. That's the cross done. It's made a piece for us, which we can pop in there. Put that piece in there. That goes in there. That goes in there. It's given us a lovely PLL, and then just a 31.56. That's almost my personal best. If I didn't sort of seize up because my hands are so cold at some points, that's the best solve I've done in a while. It gave us an easy PLL case for me that I knew. It just gave it straight to me without having to do the cross on PLL, or an OLL even. And it gave me a what's called I think it's an H perm. So it gives you the opposite colours are swapped. So blue is opposite green, and orange is opposite red, and they're really easy to do. You just use M slices, which are those. So that's an M move, I think, or no, that's an M prime probably. So you do M2, U prime, M2, U prime, no U2, M2, U prime, M2. It's a really easy case to do, and it gave it to me. Yeah, so we'll move on to the next solve. Yeah, some sort of Rubik's gloves needed, definitely. I don't know if I'd be as good with gloves because it's it's something that would sort of a lot of the algorithms and stuff that you do on a Rubik's Cube are muscle memory. So you just think, okay, I need to do this set of moves, and your hands do them without really thinking. And I wonder if gloves would stuff that up. But I don't know. So this one would be an interesting yellow cross to try, but I used to be able to do it color neutral, and that means you don't have to start by solving the purple or white cross. So you could start with a red cross. Gloved hands, probably. Hey, Jen. I'm glad you have some downtime today. It sounds like you're having a stressful day. I'm sorry about that. But I'm glad that they've gone to the store so that you can have a bit of downtime. We're just solving a Rubik's Cube repeatedly. If you want to know about brands, this is a Moyu Aolong, I think. I'll double check. Let's see. Moyu is a speed cube brand. They have all sorts of different cubes out there. I think it's an Aolong, yeah. Because I also have the Aosu, which is the 4x4, which I'm way worse at, by the way. This is the design of cube I'm most used to at the minute. And basically the differences are the interior of the cube. You're looking at some 4x4. Yeah, I'm just doing magic. Also known as when I was really depressed. Ranlam, thank you for the gift sub. Thank you so much. Jen, welcome to the Rose Garden. I'm still working on what to do about emotes, but at some point we will have emotes. Thank you, Ranlam, for that gift sub. I really appreciate that. So yeah, we're gonna do some more magic with this one. This is an kind of horrible cross, honestly. I'm not gonna lie. No, it's not too bad actually. It's actually fairly not too bad. I did lie. So we're gonna not put spaces in my chat. That's not gonna help me at all. Gonna actually tab into the timer. There we go. And get ready to start. I've just done that wrong. Let's just check that's all in the right place. Yep. I solved that cross on the yellow side rather than the white side, which is not going to do me any favors. That's a horrific place for that. That's not too bad. We can just go like that. Same OLL case as last time, different PLL case, but one that I'm really practiced at. So because I bug it up, oh yeah, this is very much, I'm still in the warming up phase of cubing today. I haven't done any solves today. So yeah, on to the next solve. That was actually a nice cross. If I didn't screw it up, I might have saved a second. The first layer, the first two layers, the F2L step, is the slowest step for me by far even. Because I try and do it more intuitively rather than algorithmically. It means that I'm only looking at what I need to do next once I've put a pair into the place where it goes. And that's really slow. What you need to be able to do is look at the pair you're doing, know what you need to do that pair, and while you're doing that pair, look at where the next pair will end up. And that's really hard. But when professional cubers do that, they can get solves down to under 5 seconds, which is insane. It's absolutely wild, really. Um, so this is going to be an interesting cross for sure. Um, yeah, so I think I know what I need to do for this. There's the blue one. Okay, yeah, I'll do that. No, I won't. Oh, Jesus, this is a horrible cross. I don't like this one, but we'll do it anyway. Okay, there's cross done. Blue and orange in. Where's red and green? That's here. Red and green in. Oh, flip. Red and blue in. Green and orange has paired itself up nicely for us, so we put that one in. Now on to OLL, which has given us the same case the third time in a row. And PLL is one that I haven't remembered the algorithm for yet, so we have to do it the really slow way, which requires 3 separate algorithms for a 50-second solve, because that was really not great. So after we do our next solve, we start getting into things called average of 5. Now the average of 5 is where you solve the cube 5 times, take away the highest and the lowest solves, and then average the other 3 out. Take a mean of the other 3 even. Um, so that's generally, there are competitions for fastest single solve, so that's just one solve of the cube, and fastest average of 5. That's generally the 2 things that competitions are decided on. So after this next solve, we're going to have our first average of 5 of today. Lots of L2 moves in this scramble. But the reason that you use a computer-generated scramble is because if you're trying to hand scramble, you might just fall into repeated patterns and actually make an easier solve for yourself. And so the way to be truly impartial is to get your computer to randomize it for you. So this is definitely an interesting, um, cross on this one. I think I know what I'm going to do. There we go, that's that done. Bloody green and red piece is already up there. We need to do that. Red and blue is over there, so we can just pull that out and put it back in like that. Green and orange is over here, which we can put in like that, and then we've got the blue and orange one ready to just pair up like that and put in. Okay, that's that. It's given us a nice A perm to finish. No, it hasn't. I screwed that up big time. So I'm gonna stop the clock and delete that solve because screwed it up. No idea what's happening. Yeah, I'll at the end of the stream or this part of the stream, I'll do another walkthrough solve to sort of uh, to walk you through what is happening at a much slower pace. I did one at the beginning, but I don't know how many people are here. So let's pair those up. Blue and orange can be paired up now. Just go here like that. Using all the cool cubing languages making you feel smarter, yeah. Um, my fingers seized up there. So we've just got another U-perm here, which is a different one. Yeah, the concept is simple to understand. The execution is a lot harder. Um, so I'll do one more time to solve, and then I'll do another walkthrough solve. This one looks like a horrible cross because 3 of our pieces are these 3, and they're in the wrong uh, orientation but on the right layer, and that's really frustrating when you get that. So let's go for this. Your brothers used to cube? Fair enough. Okay, that's that done. Blue and orange we'll start with because we can just do that. Red and blue. No, that's going to be awkward to get out, so we just do that. Orange and green. And red and green. That's an A-perm. So 46 seconds. Now at the top it says personal record for average of 5. What that's done, over here you've got, it's taken away the 50.91 because it's the slowest solve. It's taken away the 31.56 because that was the fastest solve. And it's averaged the other 3 out, which comes out at 47.05 seconds. So my best average of 5 on my phone timer, because I have a separate timer on my phone. Let's have a look. The fastest average of 5 over 5 consecutive solves that I've done is 38.4 seconds. So, because it's cold, because I haven't warmed up today, I'm a bit slower. So yeah, we'll do another walkthrough solve with this scramble that it's given us. So, start off, we're going to make the white cross. The green and white piece, or green and purple piece in my case, is in a really good place because it takes one move to get in. That's now in the right place. Next we want to look for other pieces. We've got the red one on the top here and the orange one on the top here, and the blue one is just there. So that's actually really nice for us because if we take the red one across like that, the blue one can go in like that, and the orange can go in like that, and we have a cross on the bottom. And all the sides have their cross piece. So the next thing to do is get the corner and edges done, the first 2 layers. So immediately on the top, I can see the orange and green pieces that I need. This is a fairly easy one to do because I can just put them halfway across here. If they're across the cube and they have different colors on top with the purple at the edge, this edge even, you can pair them up really easily like that with one move. So that's that paired up. What we want to do is also move the cube round so that if we pair it up like that, it's in the right place to just put right next to the green face, and if we rotate that face back, we've got the first pairing. So next up is the red and blue side, which we've got here and this one. So this one is a bit different. If the same colors are on the top, you pull this one down out of the way and move the edge piece next to it. So now we've got the edge piece there paired up. To insert that one, I think we can do like that. That's called a hammer move, I think. It's an interesting one. Next we can do blue and orange or red and green. I'll show you blue and orange because this is an interesting case. When you get one on top of the other the wrong way round, you can just do what's called a sexy move, which is R, so the right face of the cube for me, U, R prime, U prime. Do that 3 times, you'll put the piece in. So now we have red and green. So what we need to do first is split these two up, because you can't do anything if they're next to each other. So now we have the same case that we had with the red and blue earlier, where we've got them here, the purple's this side. So we need to, without disturbing anything, push that out the way, move the edge around, and pair them up. And now we can put that in there. So we've got all the first 2 layers done. Next up is the orientation of the last layer. So this one is a case I like because it's a fairly simple algorithm. For this one, you want to look for the yellow faces that aren't on the top. And this one is just about memorization of algorithms. You can't really do this intuitively so much. But that's an algorithm I really like that puts all our pieces on the top. Now, with this case, we've got what's called a Y-perm, because we've got no, this is called a W-perm even, I think, yeah. No, this is a Y-perm, because if you see here, we've got the green and red edges and corners, these ones already done. So the pieces we need to move are here, 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 and here, which makes a sort of Y shape, which is why that's called a Y-perm. I don't know the algorithm for the Y-perm, but we can look it up. There's loads of resources online. So I'm on PLL algorithms. Let's find the Y-perm. There we go. So if I tab back over here, I didn't really need to do that. So it says to hold the cube for me with the one corner that needs to move in front of me. So that's this piece here needs to move to here, and these 2 need to move to there. So it's showing me that these 2 need to cross over there, and these ones need to cross over there. That's how I need to hold it. So I do F, R, U prime, R prime, U prime, R, U, R prime, F prime, R, U, R prime, U prime, R prime, F, R, F prime. And we're solved. That's one of the algorithms I used to know. I'm not very good at it now, because I really haven't practiced enough, honestly. So, you know, if I practiced some more, I'd be able to learn the entire PLL. So yeah, that's cubing as a thing.